Hello, welcome to AML India's YouTube channel. Today we will talk about the key roles and responsibilities of the AML Compliance Department. FIS, DNFBPS, and VASPs are more likely to be affected by financial crimes such as money laundering and terrorist financing. To counter the risks associated with money laundering and terrorist financing, companies must establish an effective AML Compliance Department. Before going through the key roles and responsibilities, let's see what exactly an AML Compliance Department is. AML Compliance Department is an independent department functioning as a reporting entity to counter money laundering and terrorist financing by following the regulatory requirements and implementing the AML framework in the company. Now it's time to check out the critical role of the AML Compliance Department under India's Prevention of Money Laundering Act, 2002. The role of the AML Compliance Department is pivotal as they protect the integrity of the financial system by timely detecting and preventing financial crimes, conducting enterprise-wide risk assessment, or the AML Business Risk Assessment, designing the robust AML CFT policies, procedures, and controls, ensuring effective implementation of policies and procedures, imparting AML training to the employees, including job-specific training to mitigate the money laundering risks, applying adequate customer due diligence measures to manage the risks each customer poses to the business, complying with sanctions screening requirements, implementing ongoing transaction monitoring systems to identify the suspicious patterns, reporting suspicious activities to India's Financial Intelligence Unit. The Anti-Money Laundering Department must ensure the organization complies with India's AML regulatory landscape. The primary regulations applicable to reporting entities are the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, 2002 (PMLA) and the rules issued thereunder PML rules, the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, 1967, Weapons of Mass Destruction and their Delivery Systems, Prohibition of Unlawful Activities, Act, 2005, rules and regulations enacted by the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, and the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI. Sector-specific AML guidelines issued by competent authorities such as the Directorate General of India, Indirect Taxes and Customs, the Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Prevention of Smuggling Activities Act, 1974, the Benoni Transactions Prohibition Act, 1988, the Indian Penal Code, 1860, and Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, 1985, IFSC Authority, AML CFT, and KYC Guidelines, 2022, for units operating in Gift City, Gandhinagar. Until now, we discussed the role of the AML Compliance Department. Now we will explore how the AML Compliance Department works. Depending upon the nature and size of the business, the composition of the compliance department differs. For smaller organizations, a competent person who does not hold sales, marketing, and business relationship management functions can serve as the AML Principal Officer or AML Compliance Officer. In bigger organizations, the AML Principal Officer leads the compliance team composed of senior and junior compliance personnel. Appointing a qualified person to handle the AML compliance function is crucial for every organization. We have mentioned certain best practices that the AML Compliance Department must follow. 1. Stay updated with the changing AML laws. 2. Deploy emerging technologies and improved methodologies to smoothen the AML compliance function. 3. Regularly conduct AML business risk assessments and accordingly ensure that the company's AML program is up to date and relevant to mitigate the identified risks. 4. Maintain accurate records of all transactions, including suspicious activities observed and their reporting to the FIU. We hope you got a complete idea of the AML Compliance Department, its significance, key responsibilities, and AML best practices. To ensure that the AML Compliance Department functions appropriately, you must designate a competent person to act as an AML Principal Officer who can carry out his responsibilities effectively and train others to create a culture of compliance within the organization. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and press the bell icon to stay updated with more AML insights.